Hi everybody, Honest John here. For some time now, Donald Trump has been spreading lies about mail-in voting, even though he and his family voted by mail in the last election. Recently, when asked about that, Trump said absentee voting is okay, but he's against mail-in voting. Since they are both the same thing, it was just another example of the stupid things that Trump says every day. So even though Trump is perfectly okay with him and his family voting by mail, he doesn't want you to be able to do it. He paints a dire picture of the Chinese creating millions of fake ballots and somehow shipping them to America without being detected, where they would wind up being mailed into polling centers in the next election. Of course, anybody with half a brain knows that when Trump talks about China, it's to distract from his many screw-ups and complete lack of competence and his inability to lead. Mail-in voting has been going on for years. And of the millions of ballots cast in those elections, the percentage of fraudulent votes is in the 0.0000.6 type percentage. And by the way, every attempt at voter fraud has always been done by the Republicans. But make no mistake about it, someone is trying to rig the upcoming elections, and that someone is Donald Trump. He has installed one of his biggest donors as Postmaster General, even though the man is not qualified or competent to do that job. A guy by the name of Louis DeJoy. And he has initiated a bunch of policies that are designed to sabotage the mail delivery system. Postal workers are reporting that every day they are falling further and further behind on mail delivery. DeJoy defends his actions as needed cost-cutting measures. But some are obviously not. For example, DeJoy has ordered mail sorting machines to shut down early in the day, which does not save any money at all. It just slows down mail delivery. He has forbidden mail carriers from working overtime, and also has decreed that once a mail carrier leaves the post office, they are not allowed to return to pick up mail that is ready for delivery. These might seem like cost-cutting measures, but in the long run they will eventually cost the post office more money. Because as the backlog grows and delays increase, businesses will take their business to other delivery companies. It will also have a negative effect on the economy because people who receive and pay their bills by mail will not get their invoices on time, and the payments will be late before they even receive the bill. Unemployment checks and other forms of compensation will be delayed, causing a slowdown in spending, because if people aren't getting their money when they're supposed to get it, they're going to hoard it. They're not going to spend it and keep the economy going. So this will slow down an already depressed economy. So the ripple effects of what Trump is doing will only make him more unpopular than he already is. And here is the irony of what Trump is doing. In every election to date, more Republicans have voted by mail than Democrats. And even though most of the states, matter of fact all of them, should be doing mail-in balloting this year, because we're in the middle of a pandemic and people should avoid exposure to the coronavirus. Trump wants people to have to risk their lives in order to vote. And the Republicans have been doing mail-in balloting a lot longer than Democrats, so they have more experience with it and are actually better at it. So Trump's attempt to rig the election might cost him in the Republican Party more votes than it will cost the Democrats, who are more in the habit of voting in person than Republicans are. Now, I'm sure that some Republicans have tried to tell Trump this. But you know how Trump is. Once he decides something is true, it doesn't matter what people tell him. It doesn't matter what the facts are. The way Trump's mind works is, if he believes it, it has to be true. Thanks for listening.